Well, Sally Ann Simons was arrested on embezzlement charges today. Press release from Inyo County District Attorney Thomas Hardy said District Attorney investigators arrested the former Tri-County Fair CEO, Sally Ann Simons, on embezzlement and misuse of government funds. Charges this morning after Simons voluntarily surrendered herself at the district attorney's office in Bishop. The district attorney has filed a complaint alleging 3 felony counts: misappropriation of government funds, embezzlement of government funds, and grand theft. Now, the complaint alleges that the acts took place between August 2014 and September 2015 while Simon served as the chief executive officer for the Eastern Sierra Tri-County Fair. Simons reportedly took between $9,000 and $10,000 from an ATM at the fairgrounds. DA Hardy said that was consistent with the investigative report that he has reviewed. Now, the complaint follows an extensive investigation conducted by the California Highway Patrol Inland Division Investigative Services Unit. Now, because the alleged crimes involved the theft of state property and were alleged to have occurred on the grounds of a state facility, the CHP handled the initial investigation. Simons was booked at the Inyo County Jail in Independence and posted a $25,000 bail bond. Press release notes she was ordered to appear in Inyo County Superior Court in Bishop in December for formal arraignment on the charges. Well, Deb Murphy filed this story for Sierra Wave Media. The City of Bishop Planning Commission will have its plate full at its Tuesday meeting as it takes on marijuana cultivation and vaping ordinances, with both public hearings and recommended ordinances on the agenda 7 p.m. Tuesday at Bishop City Hall. Now, while the city has ordinances against medical marijuana dispensaries, there are no regulations regarding cultivation. If Bishop chooses not to deal with cultivation, the state will, with recently passed legislation. Now, during its November 9th meeting, Bishop City Council opted to go the self-regulation route. Council members had mixed suggestions as to how to deal with cultivation of a controlled substance that may be much less controlled if and or when a statewide initiative goes on the ballot next year. Member Councilman Joe Pexy maintained that the federal government still lists pot as a Schedule 1, that's the most addictive, most dangerous classification drug, and no city or state can pass laws to legalize it. Now, this despite the fact that the current administration has declined to pursue states where recreational or medicinal use of the drug is okay. Bishop City Council member Karen Schwartz was on the other end of the spectrum with a "what's the harm of medical marijuana" stance. Now, the planning commissioners will be faced with a choice of possible ordinances: one that bans medical marijuana cultivation within the Bishop City limits, and one that allows cultivation with a host of restrictions. Now, those restrictions start with outdoor cultivation, a total ban. Indoor cultivation will be allowed by a patient or caregiver at least 18 years old in the residence, single-family units only, of that patient with a permit from the Bishop Chief of Police. Now, the vaping or e-cigarette ordinance is a bit simpler. Existing ordinances that ban tobacco product use in city-owned property will be amended to include e-cigarettes. Now, the ordinance that restricts smoking and or vaping retail businesses begins with: the City Council finds that smoking and vaping uses have been associated with increases in noise, loitering, odors, public nuisances, and disturbances of the peace. Now, the permit application has to provide the name and additional information on all employees. Again, that Bishop City Council or Bishop's Planning Commission meeting is set for 7 p.m. Tuesday at the City Council Chambers, Bishop City Hall. And you can see more on this story by Deb Murphy on our website, sierrawave.net. Well, Mammoth Hospital recently invited a neonatal intensive care unit team to Mammoth for a special training on life-saving skills for newborn babies. Neonatologist Dr. Anand Rajani from Community Regional Medical Center in Fresno led the instruction, along with neonatal nurse practitioner Abby Van Denbroek and respiratory therapist Kurt Partain and Hank Perry. Mammoth Hospital labor and delivery nurses and pediatricians, as well as ED physicians and respiratory therapists, participated in collaboration with a team of nurses and physicians from Northern Inyo Hospital. Teams were instructed on techniques including umbilical cord placement, a procedure that enables quick access to an infant's bloodstream to deliver life-saving medications. Also demonstrated were neonatal floor placement for the nurses and various lectures on issues relevant to the critically ill newborn. Now, said pediatrician Dr. Kristen Collins, quote, living in a rural community, the nearest children's hospital is many hours away. This training by NICU professionals allows us to continue to enhance our life-saving skills and keep us well informed on how to provide the best care for possible sick babies before the NICU team can arrive for transport. Maintaining an exceptional level of care is important to all of us who work in the obstetric and neonatal department at Mammoth Hospital, and continuing education is imperative to ensuring that happens, end quote. If you would like some more information on Mammoth Hospital's birthing center and obstetric specialties, you can contact 760-924-4044 or visit mammothhospital.com. Well, some great events this weekend in the Eastern Sierra, including Friends of the Inyo, inviting all lovers of the natural world to join them for the Wild and Scenic Film Festival. Now, films will be showcased in Lone Pine at the Museum of Film History this Thursday, in Mammoth Lakes at the Edison Theater this Friday, and in Bishop at the Saracosa Community College campus this Saturday. Doors open at 6:15 p.m. Films begin at 7. Now, the Wild and Scenic Film Festival is a collection of films from the annual festival held the third week of January in Nevada City, California. It's now in its 13th year. The festival focuses on films that speak to the environmental concerns and celebrations of our planet. Tickets, just $15, available at the Bookie Joint in Mammoth Lakes, Eastside Sports in Bishop, as well as Friends of the Inyo. You can get more information. Call 760-873-6500. Check out the website, friendsoftheinyo.org. And the public is invited to enjoy 2 performances of holiday music presented by the Eastern Sierra Community Chorus under the direction of Chris Linnane. Now, the choir will sing selections from the Ceremony of Carols by the modern composer Benjamin Britten. The program also includes 3 holiday songs written by John Williams for the Home Alone movies, making a big appearance on cable over the last week. There will be a sing-along Christmas carols for the audience. The program will conclude with the Hallelujah Chorus by George Frederick Handel. Now, the Eastern Sierra Community Chorus was started approximately 35 years ago in Mammoth Lakes by local residents, including Barbara and Bob Campbell, Ken and Flossie Coulter, Elliot and Thelma Thompson, and Dr. Suzanne Stokes, among others. Now, the choir flourished under the batons of founder Dr. Walter Buchanan, Vic Gruder, Carl Gorman, and Stephanie Everson. Current conductor Chris Linnane has infused new energy into the singers and has chosen beautiful selections for the holiday program. And Bishop, the late Chet Olam, followed by his wife Shirley, as well as Mark Hatter, have conducted the singers. Now, the holiday performances will be held in Mammoth Lakes at the St. Joseph Catholic Church this Saturday, December 5th, starting at 7:30 p.m. And that program will be repeated in Bishop at the United First Methodist Church Sunday, also at 7:30 p.m. Concert is free. Donations are appreciated. We'll be back with more news.